Hey, what's up guys? It's Corey here with Dapper Dollars, and today we're going to talk about what is happening with Vuzix and whether or not it is being short sold into oblivion. You ready? Let's get started. So this channel is all about using online income opportunities like merch by Amazon and Etsy to build our income online and invest this income in things like stocks and real estate to grow our wealth for ourselves and increase our financial freedom for ourselves and our family. If that sounds like something you're interested in, like and subscribe, and let's get started. So, if you've been following the NASDAQ today, you have noticed that it had a few dips here and there, but it's ultimately come back to be in a pretty good spot for most stocks that track the NASDAQ. However, Vuzix is not experiencing a rosy situation like that. Vuzix has gone down harder and keeps going down harder after the other stocks that seem to follow the NASDAQ have gone up a little bit. You can see by my portfolio that I have stocks that are green right now, but Vuzix is still the one that is just bouncing along the bottom and just seeming to go lower and lower. So what's happening? Well, it seems like there is a huge amount of interest by, not a huge amount, but a decent amount of interest by short sellers that is pushing this stock lower and is targeting lower share prices for the stock in the future. So what is short selling? Well, to start this off, I am not a financial advisor. Consult your professional financial advisor before making any decisions about the stock market. But this is my opinion on what short selling is and how I understand it. So right now with short selling, you are selling shares of a certain stock now, assuming that they will be lower in the future, and then you will profit the difference of those stocks. I know a lot of you can probably explain short selling a little bit better, and that was very brief and very cursory, but that is how I understand it. And if you have any suggestions on how to explain it better, go to the comments because I'm pretty sure there are going to be plenty of people who can explain it better there. But anyway, so short selling is just assuming that it is going to, the Vuzix share price is going to be going down in the future. And this is showing the market that there is an interest in either a lack of trust or lack of confidence in Vuzix stock. So what gives and when did all this start? Well, Vuzix short selling increased a lot in February. Now, by a lot, I mean it's gone up to about 9%, but Vuzix is a relatively new company, so to go from 0 to 9% is a pretty big jump for them to experience because it is not really it's not a well-known company. So to go from 0 to 9% interest, or 0 to 9% interest, and the short selling of the stock is a pretty significant adjustment. And also, so where are the people who are shorting the stock? Where are they targeting this stock to go in the future? And when does it look like they're thinking this is going to happen? Well, the biggest amount of short selling is going on around April, and the prices that they're targeting are anywhere from $10 to $20. So we're assuming that people who think that Vuzix stock is going to go down, they think it's going to go much lower than $20. And some think it's going to go less than $10. With how short selling works, the lower the stock goes below those, the more the person who is short selling the stock makes. So they're at least assuming that it's not going to go above 20 in the future because 20 as a strike price for a put option indicates that you're going to have the biggest amount of gains to make the lower it goes from 20. However, the people who are shorting it and saying that it's going to be less than 10 in the future they're implying that it is going to have a massive drop, and the lower it goes from 10, they're going to make exponentially more money. So this is where most people are targeting Vuzix to go in the future. Good or bad, this is what they are assuming. So what is driving the interest of shorting Vuzix? Is it just that people don't like Vuzix and they have a vendetta against it, and it's just creepy institutional investors that just want to push a stock down because they can? Well, likely not. Vuzix has a earnings call coming up on March, or I think middle of March, and it's going to go over Q4 of 2020, which was, in all aspects, a pretty great year, a pretty great quarter for Vuzix. Vuzix might have a few earnings beats, and it might have a few surprises on their conference call, but for the most part, I don't see Vuzix having a very negative Q4 2020. I could be wrong. The short sellers could be right, and there could be a massive surprise that comes in Q4 2020 that we're not ready for, that shows that Vuzix somehow lost a whole bunch of money that they didn't tell us about. But from everything that we've seen in the past, with all of their marketing that's come out, with the partnerships with medical programs and military that keeps pushing Vuzix through the different phases into their supply for a military product, it seems like a great time for Vuzix to be around. They've done a great job of providing a useful product to the market. But there is also a website called the Bear Cave, and the Bear Cave is, a spin or a play on words of like a bear market or like being bearish on a stock. So what they're doing is they put out an article that shows a negative case for Vuzix in the future. And this is a paid website, so I wasn't able to get it because it would have been $40 for me to get access to this for a month. And I'm not a short seller. I'm not really interested. It sounds bad to say, but I'm not really interested in reading this case against Vuzix because there is so much that I've done in research and looking into this company on my own and seeing other people who have looked at it. I don't really put much faith behind the Bear Report. But again, that's my opinion. You can differ from that opinion. You can short sell Vuzix all you want, and you can definitely present your case to me in the comments below, and I would be glad to talk with you. But I don't know exactly what's in the Bear Report from the website, but from what we can see of the little glimpse we got at the top, there is a focus on the management of the company as a whole. So yes, the management of the company might not be the best in the world. They might not have made the best decisions in the past 8 years or so. However, where Vuzix is going and what they have shown that they can do and the willingness of the market to accept their products in the future shows a massive difference from what the Bear Report might be putting out. However, the facts remain that the Bear Report has definitely seemingly inspired some interest in shorting the stock. The report came out on March 4th, and the stock has continued to decline since the slight correction in the last week or so. So those two things could be completely separate as far as why the stock is going down, or they could be correlated. All we know is that the stock is going down, and it seems to coincide with the time that the Bear Report came out. So they might have a good case in there that is convincing people to short sell the stock. Anyway, that's what the bearish case is for Vuzix and why it might be going down or why it might be being shorted. Well, it's going down because it's being shorted. Anyway, so that might be why it's being shorted. But what is the case against shorting this stock? Well, it just doesn't seem like there's that much that is going to push this company down in the future. I mean, there is not much that has come out as a negative for this company. The necessity for this technology that Vuzix is bringing is seemingly necessary for us to move forward, especially in a COVID environment, where it seems like the emphasis is going to be heavily put on health and safety for frontline workers as far as EMTs, doctors, firefighters, and things like that. The social distance aspect of how we do business as far as not having to go to places to actually conduct business. Vuzix is also going to be in that role as well. The enterprise market where their glasses are being used in warehouses and really enhancing the production of those warehouse workers to create more efficiency in their the time that they're on the clock has definitely proven that Vuzix is a valuable commodity and a valuable product for these people. So from the product aspect of it and from what they're providing to the market in the future, it just does not seem like there's going to be much of a need to get rid of it. It doesn't seem like a fad. It doesn't seem like it's something that's just a flippant thing here and there. Vuzix seems like a very real company with massive staying power for the future, especially with the new world that we're living in. And also, Cathie Wood. Cathie Wood invested in this company at least 3 times in the last month. She has bought the dip, she bought the dippity dip after the dip, and then she bought the dippity dip at the bottom. Well, what seemed like the bottom. Anyway, Cathie Wood from ARK Invest has been buying Vuzix and companies related to Vuzix around augmented reality software. So this definitely tells us that she has faith in it, and she is one of those people who can apparently see around corners in the future. So Cathie Wood is a great vote of confidence for this stock in the future. And honestly, they've just created a great buying opportunity, in my opinion, for people who want to buy this stock for the future. they're driving it down, and it will probably create a short squeeze. Now, again, this is all just my opinion. I could be completely wrong about this, and the stock could crash down to $4 again, and that's where it stays. However, I just don't see this as happening, because everything that the market is doing, as far as who Vuzix is serving in the market, and the market that wants to support Vuzix, is just growing so fast. I think a short squeeze is going to happen more than the stock being shorted into oblivion. So what is a short squeeze? That means that the people who have shorted this stock have to then buy the stock to cover the short that they had on the stock. So not only are they having to go back on or be proven wrong in what they believe, but they're now having to buy into the company that they said was going to go down, which is just going to continue to drive the company higher. So it's like a short squeeze. It keeps it from going down and instead pushes the stock way up. Now, this could happen because the earnings report comes out and the stock shoots up to $21 again. And remember, the price that most people were targeting, the highest price at least, for shorting the stock was $20. So if it goes above 21 and stays there for at least a few days, it is definitely going to cause a short squeeze, and then you'll see the stock go up massively after that. Now, there is something else that could happen. They would get to April 16th or the end of April, and the stock is holding steady around $20. It really creates an opportunity where the people who short sold the stock didn't have that much to make, and we just see a rise in Vuzix after that because people aren't short selling the stock. So that is really my case for why this is, or what's going on with Vuzix right now, why it's going down, and why it seems to be outpacing the NASDAQ as far as how far it is going down compared to other companies in the NASDAQ. Again, I think this is all going to either create a great buying opportunity for Vuzix in the future, or create an immense escalation in the price of Vuzix in the future. So if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about this company that is around a $700 million market cap, whenever I tell people about this company, they think that it's at least a $2 to $4 billion market cap company because of the products that they're providing and the what the seemingly essentialness of this company is. So I have much confidence in this company. I am a huge believer in Vuzix. It is the largest position in my portfolio, and I think that they're going to make it through this just fine. And if anything, we're going to get a nice little stock price bump out of it. Anyway, hope you're having a great week. Hope you have a great rest of the week. And remember, someone is going to do something amazing every day, guys. Why not you? See ya.